Hi friends, in this video we're going to be talking about the letter N. And so before we get started, please make sure you have your pencil and piece of paper because we're going to practice writing the letter N. And so we always have to remember that when we're looking at our sound cards, the picture gives us a hint as to how we pronounce that letter. So right here we have a picture of a nut. And when I think about the first sound of the word nut, the beginning sound, the initial sound of the word nut, we can figure out that N makes the N sound. So here's what we are going to do to make that sound. We're going to take our tongue and put it right behind our teeth and say N. N. Can you say it with me? N. Oh yeah. So when we read our sound card, we will say N, nut, N, N, nut, N. Now you try. Awesome job, friends. Now let's look at some other pictures that start with the letter N. The first picture that we have is a picture of someone pointing to their nose. Everybody say N, nose, N. Awesome job. Now our next picture that we have is a picture of a net. Everybody say N, net, N. And our last picture that we have is a picture of a nail. Mr. Garte's word got messed up, but here we are. Bam! A picture of a nail. Everybody say N, nail, N. Oh yeah. Now, grab your pencil and your piece of paper because it is time to start writing our letter N. And when we are writing any of our letters, it is always important to pay attention to the lines. So over here we have our skyline. Then we have our plain line. Then we have our grass line. And then lastly, we have our worm line. So when we're writing our uppercase letter N, our capital letter N, I'm going to start with that one. First thing we're going to do is point to the skyline. Then I'm going to go down to the grass line. Stop. Then I'm going to come back up to the skyline where I started my line at. Then I'm going to slide down to the grass line. Stop. And then I'm going to go up to the skyline. Oh yeah. N. N. Let's do another one. I'm going to point to the skyline. Then I'm going to draw a line straight down to the grass line. Stop. Then I'm going to go back up to where I started at the skyline. And then we're going to slide down to the grass line. Stop. And then go back up to the skyline. Boom. N. N. Let's do it one more time. And this time, I want you guys to say the sound of the letter as we write it. So we're going to point to the skyline. Then we're going to go down to the grass line. Mm. Then we're going to go back up to the skyline. And then slide to the grass line. Mm. And then we're going to go up to the skyline. N, nut. Let me hear you guys say it. Amazing job. Alrighty, now let's practice writing our lowercase n's. And it's important to remember that when we're writing our lowercase n, we have to remember that lowercase n is a plain line letter. That means that we are going to start at the plain line. We are not going to start at the skyline. So we're going to start at the plain line, go down to the grass line, then trace your way back to the plain line, trace your way back, and then make a hump and come down to the grass line. Boom. N. Let's do another one. Start at the plain line. Go down to the grass line, trace your way back up to the plain line, then make a hump and come down to the grass line. N. Can you say that with me? N. Let's do it one more time. And this time, I'm going to say the sound as I write the letter. So we're going to point to the plain line, then go down to the grass line. Then we're going to trace our way back and make a hump. N. Nut. Happy writing, friends!